Oh, hey, come here. I want to show you something. So this is my temporary Site B. So we bought this house with the understanding that my in-laws would be moving in when they're able to. Right now my father-in-law has Parkinson's and he's going through surgeries and stuff like that. So we've got a little bit of time, and I'm using that time to build this massive diorama for my Colossus, which if you've seen any of those videos, you know it's a big project. I haven't done the final video, the 35th video, which is going to have some beautiful shots. You know, you want to have the beauty shots that match the amount of effort that went into creating the sculpture, right? That led me down this rabbit hole of building all these other things. You probably recognize some of the pieces from various, you know, that mountain was its own video, this tower here was its own video. And so I've been doing these projects that are all eventually leading towards the final big thing, right? But here's what I'm running into. There's all of these other pressures that are going on. Like for the many years on YouTube here, I have been able to put out a video on the first of the month, every month, and I took great satisfaction, great pride in doing that. But the move over here, and then the compiling medical issues with Heather. She still requires multiple surgeries a year, and you know, driving her to appointments several times a week. And it's just like all of these time pressures have been exerting themselves, making it absolutely impossible. One thing you may not realize is that every video that I put out, almost all of them, is at least 100 hours of work when it comes to doing the art and the editing. Often the editing takes as long as the art. And so, you know, I came to a point where I just had to ask myself, how important is it actually to get a video out every month? And what am I willing to sacrifice to get there? I have this sort of way to balance to tell like how much stress I'm under. I don't consciously feel stress very much. I'm a very chill person, but what I do notice is that when things are going fairly well in my life, I tend to look like this. And when things are not so great, I tend to look like this. I fluctuate between these two poles. I'm definitely over here right now. Yeah, I'm a stress eater. When I stress eat, I eat bad food, and then I feel bad, and then it's harder to be motivated to do stuff. Yeah, you guys all know this rigmarole. It's no fun, no funsies time. Anyway, the point to of me checking in and making this video right now is that I have a question that I really want to hear from you guys on, because I have two sort of options before me right now. I can continue to do what I have been doing these past couple months, which is basically get a video out when I can. Sometimes I look for low-hanging fruit, stuff that is fairly quick and easy to do, or I always think it's going to be quick and easy. I actually have 3 or 4 of these projects in the queue right now that are mostly in the editing phase now that I thought would be fast, and it turns out the editing still ends up taking forever. So yeah, so that's ongoing. So that's one option, right? Is I put out these tightly edited videos when they're good and they're like the content that I've done before. Another option that I'm thinking through right now is doing more of an update type video, much less editing. And here's the biggest problem with that form of video is that very rarely are you going to get that beauty shot at the end, that satisfaction of like, here's a project at the, you know, when you start it, it comes together, here's the beautiful thing at the end. Those kind of videos can't have that, because it's going to be like, oh, I'm working on this wall for this video or whatever. It's closer to what I do on Twitch. If you don't know, I stream on Twitch every Wednesday and Sunday, often on Saturdays as well. And so I'm very active. I'm constantly doing art. It's not like I've been doing less art. It's just that the extra effort it takes to package that up and edit it and get it on YouTube, that's the part that I've had to cut back on because of all these other external stress factors in my life. So yeah, really that's the question I want to pose to you guys. A quick aside, I just want to point out, like, I do not have a lot of patrons compared to a lot of art people out there on YouTube. But the ones that I do have, oh my God, you guys literally know patrons have left during this rough patch over this past year, even though the video content coming out on YouTube has not been as much. Again, I do want to stress, it's not that I'm doing less work or that I'm putting less content out into the universe. In fact, I would argue I'm putting out more. It's just in different avenues now, mostly on Twitch. YouTube is still by far my biggest platform and the one that I care most about, because I really I take great satisfaction, like I said, of making a video where I go through the entire process, show all the mistakes, show all the process. I think the process is so cool to see condensed into a little narrative with a beautiful thing at the end. I love that. And I still want to make those things, but the question I'm posing is, does it make sense to mix into those things also more raw kind of videos that are just like, here's a day in the life, just check it in, here's what's going on? Because those I can get out, I could probably put those out every week or so, much easier, because I don't have to spend literally 50 or 100 hours editing the darn thing. So there you go. I would love to hear back from you guys. Please comment, let me know. Quicker, more unscripted, raw type videos more often, or less often, but stick with the format that I've established where I start a project, I end the project, all in the same video, beauty shots at the end. Also, I want to note that this is not something where it's like the channel would permanently be one way or the other. More so like during this phase of my life where I'm dealing with so many moving parts and pieces, and I have to, put family and their needs first. During this period, what should I be doing? That's really the question. With that, I thank you all again for listening. Thanks for hanging with me, especially you patrons. Super appreciate you guys. And I'll see you on another video. Like I said, I've got several in the queue, so there'll be more, a couple more traditional Josh Foreman videos coming out soon. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys. See you later.